What's up, everybody? Scotty here. Welcome back to another episode of Pillars of Eternity. This time we're going to do the Wood End Plains, south of Kaid now. When you're in this area, kind of make sure you're at least a little bit rested. You don't want to go in with a lot of fatigue, and it's perfectly okay if you use your abilities, because you're not going to be far from Defiance Bay. Towards the southwest, you're going to fight some somewhat challenging enemies.
Of course.
We will be picking up a new party member. I'm going to be getting rid of one too. I'm not going to be using Kana for a long time, not until I start doing the endless levels of odd now. I think that's what it is.
All right then.
First, we're just going to clear out a few little areas. Nothing too special. Just show you where a few items are.
Could use some rest.
Hey.
I think there's one new crafting item that we'll get here.
Huh?
Hey. Hey. Hey.
And it's just right over here. Not up here, it's more over there. You can come up here. Leave these two crates. We do find a potion of major rejuvenation this time. Very handy. Lots of copper. And these two items, actually these two crates are not going to be random. This is probably the fourth time I've picked this up. All of it, matter of fact. I'm not sure on the amount of copper. Alright, when you get down here, save.
Hey. Hi?
How much fatigue do I have? Yeah, I hate to do it, but I need to rest.
No. There are accounts of watchers in all of the regions I've visited. If the adventuring life doesn't work out for you, you could always read souls for coin, give people advice, tell them which family they're related to, and whom they should duel for past offenses.
I'll go through this dialogue real quick. He just jokes around every now and then.
Hey.
Let me save again, just we will be interrupted. Alright, so I want to send him out. And to cast
Lavaru beyond sea.
a spell that will lure them. Oh, that was perfect.
Hey.
Don't be afraid to go full force on those guys. We're only going to be in this area a short period of time. Save afterwards though, because those Also apologize for not doing this sooner. No, it's not there. I really do apologize for not doing this sooner, but I've been meaning to go over the enemies. The artwork's pretty nice. If you want to read this, go right ahead. These guys can be annoying if you let them stick around. It can be really, really annoying. Alright, that's just a forest troll in one of these.
Hey.
They do have a spell that not only drains your endurance quite a bit over time, but also they'll summon a primordial that does a lot of damage, especially to your squishy heroes. Let me go ahead and get set up, because I'm going to be getting rid of Kana very shortly. Alright, here's another one. Be sure to save.
Yes. Indeed.
Is it just the one?
How may I help?
Alright,
Hey.
never mind. It's just one. I know there's another pack somewhere. Alright,
Hush,
anyways.
Itumok. We'll just wait a little longer.
If you're gonna replace one of your characters, get all the stuff off of them right now. Or else they'll go back to the inn. Sagani. A dwarven woman dressed in skins and hides leans against the road marker. Her face is turned down, her eyes darkened by a thick stripe of face paint. She sharpened a bone arrowhead with a scrimshaw handled knife. Her attention, however, is focused on a bare figurine between her feet. A large white-furred fox standing at her heels looks up at your approach.
Easy, Itumok. It's not him. Short version? I'm looking for a very, very old friend. I'm not sure what skin he's wearing now, but I'll know him when I see him. That's what I heard. Of course, the man who told me so was carrying a staff he claimed was made from dragon bone, but I know Whitewood when I see it. That should have been my first clue, but I had to try something. The long version. Here we go.
Either
I'm
option
from
you
an
would have
island to
chose,
the
she
far
would have
south called
she would have said the
Noscata.
same thing.
I came here looking for a village elder, a man we knew as Persok. I'm a hunter back home, so tracking someone wouldn't normally be a problem. But Persok's trail is cold, to say the least.
What's interesting about her is she's dwarven, and she's a hunter. But she's not wielding... You'll soon see she's wielding a bow. Like, even in the description, it said she was carving an arrowhead. Why does she use a gun? Dwarves are known for using guns. Just for the fact that a dwarf, not to be stereotypical, but it somewhat is, a dwarf to be a hunter, like an elf-type hunter, it's kind of interesting. But in World of Warcraft, the original cinematic trailer, there was a dwarven hunter there, but he wielded a gun. Anyways, Sagani said he died when I was a young girl. Forgot to mention that part, didn't I? I am looking for his latest reincarnation, which could be anyone. She's been looking for him for 5 years.
That about sums it up. Then you have my sympathies. Hopefully you've got a better lead than I do.
She dusts the figurine on her trousers and raises it in her small, flat palm. It's carved in the shape of a bear, smooth and round. The polished adra is worn to a dull mat along its arched back and ovoid haunches. A soft glow emanates from within.
Cute, isn't it? It belonged to Persok. Before he returned to the wheel, he left a splinter of his soul in it. Something to help us find him later. When I left Nasitak, it was completely dark inside. but as I've gotten closer to Persok, it's glowed steadily brighter. Since I've reached the Deerwood, however, it's gotten hard to read. Some days it flickers and goes dark. Others it shines nice and bright, for a few hours. But most of the time it looks just like this.
Choose this option, because all the other crabs just gonna say the same thing.
I've heard that one before. Whole reason I'm standing here is because some so-called watcher from Forkvale told me he could take a look. For a few golden dukes, of course. I was on my way out of the Balmarsh when I heard talk of a traveling mystic who could supposedly see souls. I knew it was a long shot, but what did I have to lose? I went to see this fellow and gave him the Audra figurine. He made a big show of moaning and rolling his eyes, and after I'd given him 5 golden dukes to lift the shroud, he told me to seek the crossroads in the field between the wolf's lair and the twining trees.
Defiance Bay, locals call the current duck Wolfgren. Sounds like he'd be fun to drink with.
He thought he was being vague, but I know the area well enough to recognize that he meant this place. Right between Defiance Bay and Twin Elms. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but my coin was spent and I'd already left an arrow in his knapsack as a friendly warning. Told him I'd come back and leave him with another if it turned out he was giving me the runaround. I've been here a week now. Guess he had the last laugh after all. Why?
Just choose on honest.
You expect me to believe that?
Just say it
after
again.
the story I just told you?
Wait, I'm gonna choose passionate this time.
Fine. But if you try to run, just remember that my arrows are faster.
It's the same thing anyways. You raise the Adra bear, turning in the light. As your eyes catch a tiny glinting scratch, the scenery around you melts away. You're standing on a cliff overlooking water, seeing through the eyes that aren't your own. You catch the musk of beast amid the fresh scent of vegetation, and your heart beats a little faster. You have to watch your step up here. You look down just long enough to see a sharp, pale cliffs drop into the water hundreds of feet below you. Just return it, because the only thing that really matters is higher perception.
What are you talking about? What just happened?
Told you I'm a watcher. She blinks at you a few times, calculating. That's interesting. On my main game, Adir didn't say that. But he says if you've seen the way he stares at dead things, you would know he's serious.
You realize I've got no coin to give you, even if I did believe you.
Come with me.
Safe
Bye,
travels.
Kana. We will see you later. So now we have a hunter. Well, she might very well be called a ranger. Yeah, ranger. We now have a ranger in our party. I'm just going to give her a few things. She honestly does not need that. I don't know why she has that on. What else was it? She loves hatchets. But watch her accuracy. Wait. 58, 59, 59. But I'm gonna keep her using a bow. 30. Let's see. $29, $42, $49. $32. That's actually better. That should work. anyways, save. Because we got, I think, one more challenging battle. Maybe not. Before this video is over, I will talk to her again. To get the remaining dialogue. Actually, Adira's got some dialogue too. So strange how. Ah, here it is. This be careful. This be very careful.
Ready, Watcher. I'll take a look.
Hey.
DPS output
All
is
right then.
so much more efficient now than it was with Kana. I mean, Enchanter is good to have in your party, but I mean, it's just there's no balance. I could have replaced my other fighter or my other priest, but I would have. You need two fighters. I need two stun people. I need my main tank and I need my backup. And having two priests is, I mean. I wouldn't say it's a must, but it... Man, see how fast it was? My main game, when I was testing out removing my fighter and keeping Kana,
Hey.
I mean, it was just a little struggle. I kind of wish I had got his gun. Oh yeah, be careful because there's 3 lions here.
Hey. All right then.
Yeah?
Come up here and you get a unique weapon, Hearth Harvest. This is a hunting hatchet. Well, it doesn't really say anything specific, so I'm not going to bother. It's not, believe it or not, it's not really an upgrade for Sagani. I think there's maybe one crafting material I can get, and here's the new one that we got. Nothing special. Awakened wood. Those are the crafting materials. Yeah, so if you are struggling with those little wood guys, this dude, there's nothing special about him. Got our. That's why I said camp. Just go ahead and camp. I mean, it's not gonna hurt anything. You'll get your supplies back anyways. But just don't take it easy with those guys. Don't take it easy on those guys if they give you problems. Let's speak to Adir, see what he's talking about.
I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't that. Nah, it's... well, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. Don't know why I thought it'd work. It's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for, and... I don't know. All right. Yes, fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Gilded Vale about my brother, Woden.
I'm gonna kind of breeze
how
through
he
this.
turned against us and fought for Widewind.
He's looking
The thing
for
about Woden was he always knew what was right, and that's what he
to
did.
help find out what happened to his
One
brother.
day he set out to fight for Deer. I thought maybe this old Watcher would know how my brother died.
He wants to know how his brother died.
Of course, I knew the truth deep down. The Watcher's not psychic. You've done a lot for me already, but if you could...
And you pick up new quest. Well, I mean, you Get an update is what I meant. Speak with her.
Even if you are putting one over on me, it's nice to have a hunting party again. 5 years for me. Must be 30-something for Ichimak. It certainly started out that way. It's been a long hunt. A long time away from my family. Before, I'd crossed the tundra of Nasitok following caribou herds. I didn't want to leave Kalu and our children, but I was eager to visit lands my people rarely do. But 5 years without finding him. It's like soul recovery is an old village tradition. We call it the Tarnek Elite Sok. Once in a generation, we seek the soul of a much respected and long dead village elder. We tell him what's changed in the village, how people remember him. The only other Tarnek Elite Sok during my lifetime happened when I was a girl, not long after Persok died. We feasted on blubber and fermented milk for a week. Then she left, and we returned to our duties. We still sang her name to the skies during festival season, but we otherwise did. It's not being forgotten by my village that troubles me, but sometimes I wonder how my husband and children remember me. If they Still, there's no point in dwelling on it. More often I find myself wondering whether Persok will remember us. You claim to see souls. What do you...
Like I said, I'm just going kind of through this a little fast because it's a lot of talking.
Makes me wonder what Persok remembers about our village. Or if a turn at the wheel has yanked the details out of his mind like it does for most of us. Masuk is probably much the same as it was 100 years ago. We live between tundra and frozen forests, and the land takes as much as it gives. But our hardships bring us together. And the elders truly unite. That's what I'm supposed to remind him.
So if you want to read through this, go right ahead. It is a lot of reading. Almost done. Now, got that done.
Hey.
Sorry about that. Just want to, if you are into this game and you don't have time to play and you want to read it, I try to give you as much material as possible.
Of course.
I'm sorry if I don't read it all. It's just because there's so much reading and it'll take up a lot of time on this video. So if you are really interested in it, feel free to pause, read the dialogue, and then enjoy what they have to offer. Anyways, that's going to conclude this episode. Thank you for watching.